Hey guys, JB here from Alpha Wolf Consulting, coming to you with the last program video, sort of explaining out. And this video is going to be all about the program duration and sort of a bit more about the program. Okay, a little bit about the different sessions that are going to be held within the program. So the program comprises of three aspects. There is the company development program, where I train your staff, your managers, your hire managers, and things like that. There is the recalibration or realignment retreat. All right, the recalibration and realignment retreat. And there is the one-on-one sessions and the sort of performance and development aspect of group sessions. So half the sessions will be, or not half, but a third of the sessions are going to be focused on performance development and sort of developing out those aspects to being able to perform at the highest level. And then the other aspect of the group sessions, okay, will be around group support sessions and understanding the finer aspects of communication, support, and connection among, interpersonal. So with our interpersonal skills. And these two types of sessions have been designed to really give you a comprehensive understanding and way to effectively perform better within your company and within your industry and sector. Alrighty. So the other type of program sessions that will be available will be one-on-one and group on-demand sessions. So these are the sessions where they're more of not so much a reactionary session, but they're a session that if you have a problem, we arrange for a one-on-one, and it's sort of like, unlike other programs, there's no real limit to these. So this is the unrealistic aspect of the program is if you want 10 hours a day, you can have 10 hours a day. You sort of get it. I'm not going to do things for you, but I'll explain how to do them and I'll help you perform and develop better. But I'm not jumping on the call and making new sales. You know what I mean? So I'll give you all of the time in the world within the bounds of sort of the program. So it's very, very important to understand this program. So this is a 6-month program. So it's going to run for 6 months. So it's not a 30-day blast program. This is a 6-month program, and my goal is to take you from not really understanding the core theses and theories within this program and sort of expand it out to where you have a working knowledge and are able to communicate and translate it to your staff. So the goal of this program is to develop the skills within you, okay, and sort of ingrain them over a long duration, okay? So 6 months is a good enough time to ingrain new behaviors and really ingrain new habits. And then basically my goal is that you are equipped to proceed on your own, where you don't need to come back. Do you sort of understand? Like the goal isn't for you to sign up every 6 months. The goal's for you to get the value out of it and then go and expand it on your own. Do you know what I mean? So I'm going to give you the foundation for a lot of the processes and practices that you're going to then be able to take into the future of your business and company. Imagine this: if your business and company had a mental health plan where you had active programs to dealing with and helping avoid mental health mental health problems within just your training program, because you understand the better the mental health of the individual, the increased improvement in performance and effectiveness. Do you sort of understand? So I'm going to give you some pretty cool ideas that you're able to then further on your own. And if you want to come back in and re-experience the program, you're free to re-experience the program. But my goal isn't for you to rely on it. The goal is to build you up, and then you can go and create your own. So imagine this: if we were able to create within your organization a mastermind program of its own for employees. Do you sort of get it? Like, we're able to then leverage on the group dynamics and sort of, the ways in which we interact, but we problem solve and actively problem solve, and how we create an environment where, solutions are found, not more problems. Alrighty. So basically, throughout this program, we're going to have individual sessions, we're going to have group sessions, and we're going to have the 7-day retreat, and then on-site training and development sessions. Alrighty. So the program schedule will consist of set group sessions and on-demand one-on-one and group support sessions. Okay. So the reason I have this set up this way is the set programs are going to have lecture material and then a debate or a discussion around lecture material to really ingrain and understand and sort of, explore the topic across different perspectives. Okay. And then what we're also going to do is the one-on-one, on demand, and the group session. So if you have a problem within your business or organization, or an opportunity that you want to take advantage of, well, we organize a one-on-one session. And then if it's something that relates to or can be sort of aided by the group, then we would set up a group session to expand on the ideas or the problems or the situation, so that we can include the group into the learning and also into the problem solving. So the group dynamics allow us to, understand and work inside the team dynamics and the group dynamics, which is important, because when you become highly familiarized within it, it becomes easier to create these dynamics within your own company or business. And these are the dynamics that create, high performing teams, that create, high performing companies. So it's very, very important that we understand the value of the group session. While, a lot of people may want to have that, the personalized aspect of the one-on-one, you really don't get the true value unless you're in the group, because in the group, your ideas or your problems are exposed to many different solutions. Whereas one-on-one, there's only me and you. There's my solution and your solution. Do you sort of get it? So we've just got to understand that in this program, my goal is for you to be open with being vulnerable within the group, okay? And online, as this program will be broadcast. And we'll go through that in a little bit later. So, like I've mentioned, the session types will comprise of on-demand sessions, okay? So on-demand support and problem-solving sessions, okay? So what I mean by this is, if you have a problem, okay, what you would do is submit, okay, a request for a one-on-one or an on-demand, session to overcome that problem. Do you sort of get it? It's a reactionary tool to where, when you have a need, we're able to make space and time to solve that problem or solve that need. Do you sort of get it? Whereas the group, the set sessions are more about creating an environment and developing that collaborative dynamic. Okay. So they have very different, sort of they're two different tools, okay, even though they're very similar in the way that they are conducted. All right, so these sessions have been designed to really give you, over the next 6 months, a very high level of understanding on the core theses and the core concepts. Okay. So that's the goal of the program. The goal of the program isn't financial results. The goal of the program is to transfer knowledge and understanding so that you are able to get whatever financial result you want now and into the future. Do you sort of get it? Don't cut off your nose to spite your face. If you only focus on short-term results, you will never see what could be. Do you sort of get it? So it's very important to understand that, because the information, the knowledge, the understandings are far more valuable than any financial gain you could get. And to those who would argue that the financial gains justify blah, 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 this ain't your program. I ain't your guy. So it's very important to understand that, because I'm not going to do any favors of putting you into the program if you're only looking for short-term results. I'm looking for people who are willing to dedicate themselves to becoming more, to becoming greatness, to becoming better, not just someone who wants to look better, who wants to look great, who wants to look put together. Do you sort of get it? I don't want posers. Posers look at results. So if you come to me with bullshit about results, I will call you a poser and I will know who you are. Alrighty. So with that out of the way, the one-on-one group, the one-on-one and group on-demand sessions. So basically, these sessions are designed to be reactionary in terms of when you have a problem, we will solve it. If you need additional meetings outside to understand something, we can align and arrange them. Do you sort of get it? There's 24 hours in a day. We'll find time. Do you sort of get it? That's the mentality of these sessions. So the group aspect of it is when we have problems that others will benefit from, I will arrange group sessions to sort of, go through it in more detail so that others can get the information for it. Alrighty, so the on-demand sessions will require a submission of a detailed video explaining the current problem. So you do a Zoom video, explain your problem, okay, or the current opportunity, okay, and then you get the option. You can ask for a 15-minute chat, and we can chat within 2 hours of the call, or the request, right? And sort of do a bit of a debrief if you like. And then 24 hours is when you can book. So you don't get to book a meeting for the same day. It's set 24 hours out so you can think about what you're going to say. I don't want to sit there and try and figure out what's going on with you. Put your thoughts together, put them in a video, be detailed, be organized, because it makes it more effective and more efficient for communication. And then basically, I'm going to force you to wait 24 hours so that you can think about it, so that when I talk to you, you're not talking shit to me. Do you sort of get it? So it's very important, because it allows you to problem solve on your own and sort of ponder on it and see it, so that you're able to come to me with a much more comprehensive understanding of the situation. You're not just telling me I got punched in the face, I don't know who it is. If you wait 24 hours, you'll have an idea of who it was. You'll sort of understand why it happened. Do you sort of get it? So you're going to be in a much, much better position to problem solve, but to take advantage of the session. So that's why it's important that, I've made it a 24-hour period, because it will benefit you in the long run. Alrighty, so the group performance and development sessions. All right, so basically these will cover key learnings and workshops, okay, designed to increase your understandings basically around the key theories that are directly related to, performance and development. Okay. So we're thinking about action orientated, sort of information. So these sessions will be all about giving you the tools to be able to, make decisions, to get into any state that you want to have whatever biochemical makeup you want within your brain. If you want to be blissed out and happy while the world is burning around you, that is quite good. You're free to do that. So these sessions will run for 3 hours. You don't have to hang around for 3 hours, but they're set for 3 hours because that allows us to have an hour of lecture where we have an hour of information and then an hour of discussion around the information and then an hour of Q&A or problem solving. Do you sort of get it? So if you have issues or if you want to know how to apply the specific information to your business, we will do that in that aspect. Do you sort of see? So we can run them, they can go for longer than 3 hours, but 3 hours is what I've set. Do you sort of get it? Like we could run it for 12 hours if we wanted. It doesn't really matter. Do you get it? Like you'll get as much as you're willing to put into this because I'm putting everything into this. Do you sort of get it? Like, I don't really care. I'm not counting the money. I'm not counting the minutes. I'm not counting the time. I'm counting how I perform. I'm overcoming the problems. Do you sort of get it? Like, we keep going until the problem is solved. We don't sit there and count and say, oh, it's 5:02. Problem will get dealt with tomorrow. Do you sort of see it? Alrighty, so we got the support and problem solving sessions. So these are going to be the sessions that are heavily around developing out your understanding around problem solving and supporting others, around problem solving and supporting yourself. Okay, so really understanding, how to better support your staff, how to better support your customers, how to better support everyone that you interact with, your managers. Like you got to understand at the CEO level, at the owner level, like everyone's performance in that business is a direct correlation to you. Do you sort of get it? If people aren't performing, it's because you're not inspiring them to push further. You're not inspiring them to do better. You're not giving them the tools. And you can argue, I've given them all the tools and blah, blah, blah. Then you're hiring the wrong people. Do you sort of get it? Regardless of however you want to make an excuse, you will always be the one at fault because you're the one in the position to do something about it. So the onus is on you to ensure that everyone has a high level of communication within your company or within your business so that problems are solved, so that, we don't have additional drama, so that we don't have, miscommunication, errors, things like that. All right. So it's very important in this, but the other aspect is for you to feel and understand that level of support because like unless you have a support network that has been specifically designed for your business, for your career, your life, like of people who are aligned doing the same thing, unless you have that strong network, okay, it's very, very hard to find actual support. You could go talk to a psychologist, but they're going to talk all about the psychology behind why you're feeling stressed about your business, blah, blah, blah. Like you can go and talk to your partner, but unless they're interested in the field you're in or the industry that you're in, it's sort of like, you know what I mean? They're doing you a favor by listening, but they're not really getting the value out of it, or you're not getting the value out of it. Do you sort of understand? So the important aspect about these sessions is I'm teaching you how to set up this network, either within your business or within your friends network or within your life. Do you sort of get it? When we're able to create networks like masterminds of aligned people doing similar things, we can create a collective that works together to further the benefit or the betterment of all participants, of all in the group. Do you sort of get it? Which makes us a lot more flexible and resilient to any movements in the market, the economy, the government. Do you sort of get it? If we're in, let's say, 10 different industries and the government brings out, I don't know, let's say COVID again, where they lock down the country, well, we're able to get each of those people to then go to their respected industry and rally support. Do you see? We multiply. So when we have these tools or these networks, we're able to expand our reach, our effectiveness. Do you sort of get it? But we can also align our products and services. Do you sort of get it? So when we're able to do that, we're able to create not so much a conglomerate where it's all under one, but an association of aligned businesses that all help each other out. Do you sort of get it? Where they refer each other to the customers. So you see this a lot with, like, say, for example, a financial broker and, let's say, a car dealership. The car dealership wants to have the financial broker so the broker can underwrite the loans for the customers of the car dealership. The broker wants the car dealer because the car dealer has the customers and the products and the loans, or not the loans, but they have the person who wants the loan. Do you sort of get it? So, like, it's a symbiotic relationship. So what we want to do is we want to be able to create that within our own life or within our own company, where we have, these associated businesses or aligned businesses that we can talk to, get support from, different things like that, because we're all facing similar challenges in different ways. So by talking to other people about what we're facing, we get different perspectives or different, experiences that they may have gone through that can really benefit us in revolutionizing or seeing things differently. So these sessions will really, really help you to understand that aspect of it. Alrighty, then we have the team development and staff sessions. So these are just a light little session where we're going to do 2-hour workshops, online workshops for all your staff and, anyone who wants to show up. And basically we'll cover the course content and the lecture material and sort of do a 1-hour discussion around it. So an hour of lecture material, an hour of discussion. And these are sort of light sessions that are designed to sort of help align and focus your staff, but they also will add on to the program or the company development program, okay, where we're developing out those staff. So we're able to create a bit of an environment, okay, where they're able to interact with the other staff or the participants. Do you know what I mean? So we'll be able to sort of, on these group sessions or these group lectures or these classes, okay, they're able to meet and interact with people from different industries that may be in similar roles. Do you sort of get it? Like, it's a way that we're able to really, really get it involved. So these are going to be online workshops. And basically, if the staff want to show, that's great. If they don't, that's no drama as well. It's for those ones who want it, and we're giving them a path of development. Okay. So it's really, really important that within your organization, we have paths of development, clear paths of development, because it creates ambition. If there's no path for a salesperson to move to sales manager, you know what I mean? Then there's no ambition for a salesperson to do better. If there's a team leader role and then a manager and then a regional manager or something like that, there's path of progression. So I can become a salesperson, then I can become the team leader, then I can become a sales manager, then I can become the regional manager. Do you sort of get it? So now I have a focus in my role that I'm doing this job, but it's for a purpose. There's a progression path. So we also want to understand that the progression paths don't have to align to the job. Do you sort of get it? Like, if someone's naturally interested in social media and social media marketing, well, if you had within your business the ability to help them understand social media marketing, well, they're probably going to perform or be able to offer your business a lot more value than currently they do. Do you sort of get it? So we can expand roles, we can make independent roles, we can create BDMs within individual staffs. Do you sort of get it? Where they're their own business within a business. Do you sort of understand? Alrighty. So this program will be broadcast across My New Admin's channels and across Alpha Wolf Consulting's channels. Okay, so this is something that all potential participants need to make peace with, okay, and be comfortable with, is that this program will be recorded, okay, everything without, heavy editing, okay. We're not really editing, cutting things out, this, that, and the other. It's going to be recorded and then streamed online. And this has a very, very important reason behind it, and that is for the future impact of this program. When people see change happen within you, it will inspire them to create change within themselves. We can increase and multiply the effectiveness of each action by offering and sharing with others. So it's very important to understand this, because any participant that makes any issues or complaints or whatever about it, I don't care. You will be out of the program. Do you sort of get it? Like the benefits of broadcasting this program online will outweigh any concern you could ever imagine. Do you sort of get it? Given the choice between broadcasting and having you as a participant, I choose broadcasting. Do you sort of get it? So, like, if you have a problem with it, that's okay. This is not the program for you, because if you want to voice it to me, that's great. I'll show you the door and explain to you the directions to leave. Do you sort of get it? Like, I'm not going to sit there and convince you of why it's important. I will just show you the door and exclude you from the program. Like, do you sort of get it? So it's very, very important to understand this aspect, because there isn't really do-overs. Do you sort of get it? If people try and cause shit around this, I'll just show you the door and give you your money back and you can walk on. Do you sort of get it? Like, I'm not going to put up with it. So that's very, very important. And I'm stressing this because if you try to push me and try to provoke me to that, I'll just show you the door. Like, I'm not going to be provoked. So very important to this, because the impact of broadcasting it will be felt by millions. Do you sort of get it? Like, we have the opportunity to help millions of people. So if you have a problem with that, I don't care. Alrighty. So responsibilities of the participants. So the participants are responsible for getting the results. They're responsible to learn and develop for themselves. I'm not learning for you. I will teach you, but I'm not here to learn for you, okay? You've got to give more of yourself than you thought possible. Like, these are your responsibilities. You've got to want it. Do you sort of get it? If you don't want to get the results for yourself, what is the point of me helping you? If you don't want to learn and develop for yourself, what is the point of me speaking to you? Do you sort of get it? Like, if you don't want to give more than you thought possible, why would I give anything to you? Do you sort of get it? So the onus is on the individual to care enough about achieving their goals to do the required work to achieve their goals. Okay? Like, all you got to do is care. And if you care, you will put in the effort. And if you're not putting in the effort, it means you don't care. That's it. Okay, all participants are responsible for making the time to get the most out of the program. Failure to do so will only ever hurt you. So as the participant, if you don't put in the time and effort to get the results, you are the one that suffers, not me. not anyone else. Like, it's not on anyone else, it's on yourself. So if you want to hurt yourself, that's fine. I don't mind. Like, whatever. You know what I mean? So it's really important for participants to not be afraid of their goals and to be willing to become their ambitions in life. With unrealistic expectations and goals, okay, we can achieve any heights. Do you sort of get it? Like, when we have unrealistic expectation on ourselves, any goal we set is accomplished. Do you sort of get it? This is what I expect. Alrighty, the participants' agreement. So basically, the participants agree to the standards and ethics required to be accepted into this program. Okay, participants will uphold these standards and values, and ethics within themselves at all times in their own way. Okay, so whatever ethical means to you is what ethical is to you. You uphold your version of ethical. If your version of ethical is to lie, cheat, and steal, you ain't right for this program. Do you sort of get it? I'm not telling you what ethical is, but if your version of ethical isn't actually the definition of ethical in terms of you think of ethical as misleading, manipulating, lying, cheating, and stealing, like, every day of the week, I'm going to call you out and show you the door. Do you sort of get it? Like, you get to decide what ethical is, but there is a standard. Okay. So you just got to understand that. Okay. So it's important for participants to understand that it is like that it's required. You got to understand the effort required to create real change. Do you sort of get it? Like, you can act like change happens in 2 weeks and that you don't really have to put that much effort in, and you doing half an hour a day is putting in an unrealistic effort, but you're not really. So understand how much work it takes to change, okay? And put the work in to do it. Like, set your expectation. If it takes 1,000 hours to learn, that is my expectation of what it takes to learn. All righty. So we have the participants' oath of success. So all participants, okay, are going to create their own oath of success, which will become the chant when facing the unknown, okay, and charging into the fray of life. So this chant will become your source of strength when when life and the world is crushing you down. Do you sort of get it? Like, you will repeat this chant. Yeah, you will repeat this chant until the crushing weight of your challenges in life become but light upon your shoulders. Do you sort of get it? Like, this chant gives you the ability to regenerate yourself from who you are, or regenerate who you are from the smallest fragment of self. Okay? So, like, you've just got to understand, like, this oath of success that you make with yourself, okay? Like, the importance is not in the oath itself, it's in the meaning you give to that oath. It's in every time you repeat it and you repeat it and you repeat it again and again and again and again and again and again and again. Do you sort of get it? But a spark becomes a flame. Do you sort of get it? And then a flame becomes a burning wildfire of desire and passion and ambition and unrelenting effort. Do you sort of get it? Like, we just keep going and repeating it until it becomes what is, until it becomes us. This chant will be the core of who you are. Do you get it? When others and life strip everything from you, this chant will remain, this oath, your word, your vow. Your body can be broken. Your mind might be bent, but the oath doesn't break. Do you sort of get it? So it's very, very important. to understand, because this is one of the true values. When you understand this, you become immortal in life, because what can kill you, what can destroy you, what can break you if you make yourself unbreakable? Do you sort of get it? If you refuse to be broken, what can break you? Ask David Goggins that, because most would say you cannot run on broken legs. But he looked quite fine when he was running on broken legs. Do you sort of get it? Like, you've got to understand this. This is the important stuff. Alrighty. So it's important to understand quitting is not an option, but dissatisfaction, that's acceptable terms for a refund. So what that means is there's no quitting, there's no difficult, there's no giving up, there's no surrender, there's no wavering. Like, there is no other option than success, death or success. But by all means, if you think the information, the practices, the processes, the value that I offer is not valuable to you, or is not aligning with you, and you do not agree with it, by all means, I am completely happy to refund you and send you on your way. Do you sort of get it? Like, if it doesn't align to you, that's no drama. But if you're trying to say that the program isn't good because you don't want to put in the work to succeed, then that's where quitting ceases to be an option. Do you sort of get it? If you tell me the truth, it's okay. It's okay. It doesn't have to align with everyone. But if you're telling me a story because you don't want to do the work, I'm going to make it difficult. Do you sort of get it? I'm going to make you work to get out of it. Like, because I'm going to make it more difficult for you to get out of it than for you to stay in it, because you're just trying to take the easy way. When you try and take the easy way with me, I will make every way but the way I'm showing you more painful and difficult than you can imagine. Do you sort of get it? Like, it doesn't matter if the path forward is easy or difficult. Trust me, I will make every other path look more difficult than that path. Do you sort of get it? So it's not to say that you cannot be dissatisfied. If you are dissatisfied, by all means, that is fine. We will end the sort of agreement and refund, and it'll be done and dusted. No dramas at all. We will always be able to find new participants. Do you sort of get it? Like, it's no drama, because there will be others. Like, more are going to come. Do you sort of get it? Like, so if you're trying to quit because you don't want to put in the work, just know there's someone that will be willing to take your place, who is willing to do the work. Do you sort of get it? But if it's not something you want to do, or it's not where you want to be, then that is the right choice for you to take, to leave that program. Do you sort of get it? So if it's not right for you, the best choice of action is to vocalize and tell me. Alrighty. So selection process for the participants. So basically, this selection process is going to involve an application phase where potential participants, okay, will submit an application for consideration to the program. So basically, this application will be a couple of questions, a bit of an understanding about you, and then a video detailing out your business, your goals, your ambitions, what you hope to get out of the program, all the rest. Do you sort of get it? Put the effort in to do that well, because I will be assessing the action, effort, and commitment you put into your decisions. Do you sort of get it? Like, this selection process is for me to determine who is willing to do the work and who is just talking shit. So I will not be, like, I'm not going to accept anyone into the program that doesn't align with the program. I don't really care. So if you don't align, I'm just going to tell you you don't align. Do you sort of get it? So don't talk shit when you do the application. Be honest, be authentic, be yourself, be truthful. Do you sort of get it? So the second phase will consist of an interview and a getting to know you phase. So basically that I can expand on what you've already told me and get a much deeper understanding about you and sort of work out how would we go about achieving the goals for you. Do you sort of get it? And then basically from there, I'm going to review the candidates and 10 participants will be chosen. So there's a limit to 10 participants. And the reason for this is the amount of time I'm going to give to you. Do you sort of get it? Any more participants and I wouldn't be able to give you the high level of quality that I want to. Alrighty. So it's important to understand that the success of this program requires an unrelenting desire to become your best, and the standard I will hold all participants to will be higher than you've ever experienced before. Okay. I demand greatness and unwavering loyalty to oneself and to me. If you are unwilling to believe the truth I speak, okay, and trust the processes I have developed over 15 years, then I have nothing to give you, as everything I give you will be valueless. And it will be because you do not recognize the value. Do you sort of get it? I'm not here to convince you of anything. Simply put, I'm here to share with you some of the most advanced personal development and performance development practices and insights currently known, because no one else speaks of this. Do you sort of get it? Like, other people speak very generally, but they don't speak like I speak. They don't have what I have. Do you sort of get it? It's not ego. It's that I have spent my life working on this. For someone else to know exactly what I know, they must have spent their life working on it exactly the same as me. And that's very unlikely. So I am not worried that you will find any of this information anywhere else in context of what I'm actually going to teach you. Alrighty. So participants will agree to the path they will follow. Do you sort of get it? I'm not here to tell you the path. We agree to a path to your goals, and then I hold you to that standard. I enforce that path. Do you sort of get it? When you tell yourself bullshit lies, I will be calling you out. Do you sort of get it? Like, you pick the path and then we walk it. If you get too lazy to walk the path, I will drag you down the path. Do you sort of get it? So it's very important because, like, it's not on me. Do you sort of get it? Like, I'm going to pick you and drag you along. But it's sort of like you're doing that to yourself because you don't want to get up and walk. Do you sort of get it? Like, so it's very important to understand this, to truly be willing to do the work regardless of if it is difficult, of if it is easy, of if you are succeeding or if you are failing. It doesn't really matter. You keep going regardless. And if you don't want to keep going, guess what? I will be the one in front of you. I will be the one behind you. I will be the one picking you up as you fall. Do you sort of get it? Like, there is no, oh, I fell down. Ah, I'm hurt. Oh, I'm the victim. I'll pick you up and keep you moving. No stress. Do you sort of get it? Like, I'll drag you by your arm. Like, it doesn't bother me. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's going to be more uncomfortable for you being dragged than for me dragging you. All I got to do is just put out more effort. Like, effort's easy. That's what you'll learn in this program. Alrighty, well, that ends this one. And I hope you um, enjoy this course, and I hope you enjoy reading all about it. And I really hope for those who want to become participants, I look forward to meeting you, and I look forward to sharing with you some of this information that I have, in terms of, I really look forward to helping you to liberate your mind and understand the power behind thought, the power behind your mind, the power behind your action, the power behind your words, the power behind your oath to yourself. If you can make an oath to yourself and honor it, you're an honorable person. All right, have an amazing day.